Good afternoon from Downing Street, the centre of a dramatic reshuffle. Suella Braverman out as Home Secretary, David Cameron, yes, that David Cameron, in as Foreign Secretary. And there are currently, I think, 4 people, I think Beth would be able to put a picture here with me, 4 people behind that door in number 10. We've just found out what's happened to one of them. Beth.
Yes, we have. So as expected, as we were saying earlier, Steve Barclay has been moved from health. He is replacing Therese Coffey as the new Environment Secretary. So effectively, he's agreed to take a smaller job, but staying at the cabinet table. So the Prime Minister moving Steve Barclay out of the Department of Health. The expectation is that Vicky Atkins will take over that role. Haven't had that confirmed yet, but that is our expectation.
And it's interesting, isn't it? Because he had a difficult job at health. It's one of the big pledges from the Prime Minister, beset by strikes, waiting lists. But he's almost gone from the frying pan into the fire at DEFRA because there is an awful lot of tricky business in that department. Water, sewage. It's going to have a lot on his intro.
And the thing with Barclay is that he's always kind of been put into jobs where he can be a fixer. So he was put into Brexit when that was really tricky. He was then moved to Cabinet Office and he was helping, I think it was Boris Johnson, running the machinery behind the scenes. Then the Prime Minister, the door is open.
Here he is.
Are you pleased with your job, Steve Barclay? Is the Rishi reset underway, sir? There he goes.
Steve Barclay there, the new Secretary of State at the Department for the Environment, popping into his car. As you were saying, Beth, it's in technical terms a demotion, but it is an important department. There's some big issues for them.
Big issues, and the issue around water pollution has become a real bugbear for the Conservative Party. You know, the Prime Minister really needs someone to get a grip on that. I imagine that will be the main focus for him. But as I was saying, in terms of, we were talking about this earlier, in terms of communication, the Prime Minister has made cutting waiting lists one of his key 5 pledges. If you look at our Sky News tracker, which we have on Politics Hub, you have to do this quite a lot.
Yeah, I do this an awful lot.
Just on the screen that I can't.
It's not going the right direction.
It's not easy, that screen, is it? Anyway, but it's not going in the right direction. It's it's on red. The expectation it will stay on red. The waiting lists are going up, not down. And so he's got a really difficult conversation with the electorate about that. And was Steve Barclay the right person to do it? It's been a very torrid time between him and the unions. He's not necessarily the easiest communicator. I mean, you've interviewed him before. I've interviewed him. I mean, it isn't. He doesn't necessarily cut through in a way that when you're a retail offer end of business, when it comes to government, that a Prime Minister might need. He wants a fresh face in there.
It feels unfair, but sometimes he comes across as a very competent middle manager rather than a kind of frontline politician on this stuff.
And he's up against the guy that, already is talk of when one day Keir Starmer isn't leading the Labour Party, will it be Wes Streeting? I mean, Wes Streeting is a great communicator, and I think everyone around Westminster and Downing Street, whether you're in his party or outside of his party, would agree that he is good at making the arguments. So he needs someone fresh, and that's what he's doing.
And potentially, we think, this is speculation unconfirmed, Vicky Atkins is currently behind that door.
Yes, I've been told by one Whitehall source that she is moving to health. Another person has suggested to me that she is as well. So my expectation is that she will move to health. We also have behind that door Laura Trott. She is currently Pensions Minister. Will she get a bigger job at the Treasury? I'm wondering whether John Glenn moves from Treasury to Cabinet Office. He's currently the number 2 at the Treasury. There's talk about the Prime Minister moving Jeremy Hunt out as Chancellor. Really hard to do.
Particularly just before the autumn statement.
Before the autumn statement. And also, he is a safe pair of hands. He has calmed the markets. So if Jeremy Hunt stays, does he move another of his operatives who understands the Treasury to Cabinet Office? Could Jeremy Quinn's gone as Paymaster General and a key minister in Cabinet Office? Could he be brought in there to work with Oliver Dowden, another key ally of Sunak? And if you think about it, what we're seeing is the rise of some of the some of the my hair's on.
We're grappling with the wind.
We're grappling with the wind. It's just a nightmare. We haven't got any hairspray. It's very important issues. But you've got the issues of. You've got Mel Stride now at Work and Pensions, key ally. Claire Coutinho, Energy Secretary, key ally. Laura Trott, is she moving up? Key ally. You've got Vicky Atkins in there, key ally. You've got Therese Coffey out, not key ally. You've got Suella Braverman out, understatement of the year to say not a key ally, okay? So what you can see is the Prime Minister now recasting his cabinet as he would want it as we head towards that general election.
Beth Rigby, thank you very much indeed. Beth